Beyond the Podium, sponsored by Community Health Network MD Anderson Cancer Center. Innovative cancer treatment close to home. Together, we're making cancer history.
Hello and welcome to Tegna's Beyond the Podium. I'm Anne-Marie Tiernan. These Winter Olympics have been exciting. They've been memorable, and there are so many storylines. So now, as we approach the final weekend of the Games, we talk about sliding sports. For one member of the bobsled team, it's a career of nearly 2 decades, with the opportunity now to grab more gold. Alana Myers-Taylor is from Atlanta, so is Cheryl Preheim, and she's been covering this long-term Olympian for many years.
What a joy, because she's not just an iconic Olympian, she's just an incredible human being. She's a mom of 2, she's a special needs advocate, and she is redefining what's possible with longevity and on the final stretch of an iconic Olympic career.
An explosive push of the sled, piling in, then speeds topping 80 miles an hour.
It feels like I'm flying. It feels like I'm just gliding and everything feels right.
For Alana Myers-Taylor, knowing each ride brings the final run closer changes things.
I can't put into words what my entire career has looked like.
Olympic competition has been part of her life for nearly 20 years.
It'll be interesting after these games to have that kind of reflection and to be able to look back and see what's really happened.
With 5 medals, she is the most decorated Black Winter Olympian in history.
That's a wild statistic, and one I never thought I'd even accomplish. When I started bobsledding, I thought, hey, I'd win an Olympic medal and then I'd be out and I'd be done. So to have this career now and to be up there with so many accomplished Olympians and to have this statistic behind it, it's incredible.
Milan Cortina would be her 5th Winter Games in a sport where she's set the standard and shattered barriers as a woman, elite athlete, and mom.
Having 2 kids on the road in Europe for 6 months is pretty insane, but they're right there with me. They're my biggest motivators, to have them by my side and to see me day in and day out doing what I'm doing. It's just the coolest experience.
Both her sons are deaf. Her oldest, Nico, has Down syndrome.
I want them to see their mom and know that she continued to chase her dreams despite any obstacles we have.
Now, advocacy is a role just as important as Olympian.
I've got this really strong passion for disability, so if I can combine my love of the Olympics and Paralympics with advocating for people with disabilities too, then that would be the dream.
Alana Myers-Taylor is also redefining longevity in elite competition.
Happy birthday to you.
She recently turned 41.
For so long it's thought, women peak in their 20s, or maybe they peak in their 30s, or who knows, maybe it's 40. I'm hoping it's 41.
She sees her experience as an edge.
It gives me a lot of confidence going into these games in particular.
You could say Milan Cortina is a bonus Olympics. Alana almost retired after Beijing, but felt the draw back to the track with big goals.
I think the only goal you could set is 2 gold medals. I'm going to do everything I can to make it possible.
They call it Team Taylor for a reason. It's always about team. Her husband, Nick Taylor, was a USA bobsledder, has been a strength and conditioning coach for her, right there by her side, and she travels with those boys, and they're all here together in Cortina.
Boy, you talk about work-life balance. This is like on steroids.
Yeah, she actually says, there's no doubt being a mom is harder than being an Olympian. So relatable. She says, right. I feel like just getting the kids out the door to school is an Olympic sport. But really, 2 sons with special needs. The family together has learned American Sign Language, which is sweet. You'll see her after a race give the I love you to her boys. And then just the therapies and the care and the time she takes into really embracing mom life is something really special.
And being an advocate for families with special needs is something that's just paramount to her.
No doubt. She has been an advocate for the Olympic movement. I asked her, what happens after 5 Olympics and retirement down the road? She says, I want to still be part of the Olympic movement, but more than anything now, I feel a calling to be an advocate for the special needs community. And the fact that those 2 things have intersected here in Milan Cortina has meant the world to her.
Yeah, what a platform. Cheryl, thank you so much.
You bet.
In women's hockey, Team USA dominating this Olympic tournament. And if you've been watching any of the games, you may have noticed there's that rock and roll vibe after they score a goal. Yep, Lynyrd Skynyrd's Freebird is the anthem for women's USA hockey. If the red, white, and blue win gold, this might be the best women's hockey team of all time. And the goal anthem of Freebird will all be a part of it.
I think it's like USA Hockey as a whole uses it as the goal song. Okay. Freebird, like maybe like the eagle, but and just like giving due where it's needed, like to the U.S. and I think that song does that well. But I don't think we started it, but I think it's just a USA Hockey tradition to keep that song.
Do you like it? What do you think of when you hear it now?
Yeah, no, yeah, I do. I think it's pretty sick, especially when I don't know, there's like a guitar part, and I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, it's definitely fun to hear and listen to after a goal.
Italians love ski racing and they love pizza. And in Cortina, there's a restaurant that celebrates both. Our Matt Renew from Denver takes us now to the Italian Alps.
In Cortina, Italy, where ski racing and food are everything,
skiing and food.
Francesco Ganita and his wife,
I'm the guy managing with my wife,
own the Five Torri restaurant where they combine two things Italians love most: ski racing and pizza.
This restaurant is a home of skiers.
Because this is a ski racing family. Francesco's co-owner cousin was a ski racer.
He raced 5 Olympics.
And back in Colorado, Francesco raced with Denver University, helping that team win the NCAA championship.
And the last year we won the NCAA championship.
So now, in his Cortina restaurant, among all the great Italian dishes, you'll also find pizza named after two of the fastest U.S. ski racers of all time.
2 or 3 pizzas in the menu named by an athlete. This story started probably 6, 7 years ago.
The Ted Ligety Pizza made just how Ted Ligety likes his pizza.
He made the same pizza without remembering, so we decided to name it Ted Ligety Pizza. And it got really famous.
And there's also the Lindsey Vaughn.
Lindsay, probably the best customer we had in the past 15 years.
Named after her favorite pizza. Both are regulars here, which is one of 2 requirements to have a ski racing pizza named after you.
She was picking Margarita all the time, so it's really hard to change that name. But after the comeback, she decided to come back. We put a Margarita Lindsey Vaughn pizza in the menu.
And Francesco says both pizzas are delicious.
That's a good pick.
And why during the Olympics, people are racing to get a slice.
He's a top seller during the World Cup.
Team USA sponsors include Delta, Nike, Visa, and now today, Team USA has a new commitment from Eli Lilly and Company. We have Jen Alexu, who's here to tell us about this. And you know how Team USA has Snoop? Well, Eli Lilly has Shaq to help roll this out. Jen, tell us about this.
Yeah, you're exactly right. We have Shaquille O'Neal with us here in Milan. We are launching the Athlete Recovery Program. This is an opportunity for Lilly to make donations over the course of many years dedicated towards really helping athletes recover from an injury, get back to competition, and find ways to protect their long-term health. Shaq is serving as that ambassador. He's out there right now meeting with several of the athletes, talking about injuries, sharing his own, figuring out ways to overcome adversity, and making sure they maintain a healthy mental state at the same time. So we're really excited about this program, and a really great opportunity for us to give back.
And we've seen the signage here in Milan. How happy are you with the activation so far as you've been out and about getting Lilly's name to be more common and recognized here in the European market?
Yes, we've been super excited, both in the United States and here in Milan, to really share the Lilly name and what we stand for. It is a wonderful moment in time to really talk about how we believe that the pursuit of better health is never over. We're going to continuously be fighting for the patients who need and demand better outcomes.
What is it about Team USA that makes it an investment that you think is worthy and something that you've been investing in exponentially since Tokyo?
Right. Well, the Olympic Games are really the most inspiring and visible world stage. You see these athletes constantly pressing past their limits and defining what's possible. We believe that that spirit is what connects to the Lilly mission, which is continuously advancing outcomes, improving holistic health every step of the way for our patients and our communities.
And you can't beat that Olympic audience. I mean, right now, the world is watching.
It's unbelievable. We're so excited to be here.
Yeah, it's nice to, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Coming up, time for a local perspective on Milan and the Olympics. We talk with a Milan tour guide. He shares his thoughts on how Italy is doing hosting the Winter Games. You're watching Beyond the Podium. We're joined now by Alessandro Pena. What an honor. One of the city's leading tour guides is with us now. Alessandro, we met with you a year ago in the build-up before these games, and we were talking about what it could be like, what was the potential. So now we're in the middle of it. Is it playing out like you had anticipated?
Actually better. It was quite a surprise because a year ago still we didn't feel the fact that they were coming. It seems still so far away. And then all of a sudden, the day before, oh my gosh, everything is going to start. We have the inauguration. The big new arena is going to be inaugurated. So it was quite a surprise. And I'm very glad with how it's going.
Yeah, what's your assessment of how it is going right now and the different spots of, how are the Italians receiving all the visitors and how is that interaction going? I would assume you're very busy right now.
I am very busy. Milano has always been open to the world. We have so many big events, but this is a very special one. We're really having an incredible amount of people coming, lots of athletes, so we got to be organized very well for receiving all these many big important people as well from abroad, and I think we're doing a good job with security, with infrastructure, with mobility, and so on and forth.
So a lot of the sites that we looked at were like the Milan Cathedral and the Duomo, and of course Leonardo da Vinci's Last Supper painting. Are those areas getting a lot of attention now? Are tickets tough? Are the lines long? Is access complicated, or is it going well?
Well, it's going well in the sense that the Last Supper has always been a very difficult place to visit because we have a limited access. But they're doing some extra opening time, so allowing more people to go, and this is something very good for the many visitors. And the cathedral, as we can see just behind us, is always full of people. You can see them walking on the roof as well.
I know you see tourists here all the time.
Yes.
I mean, this is an international destination known for fashion and culture and architecture, and then quick little jaunt, you're up skiing. Is there anything different about the Olympic visitors than what you see on a day in and day out basis?
Oh yes, indeed. Despite the fact that they do want to get to know the city, but I see the great energy that we usually don't see in the city. You see people that are so very excited about everything, and even when I take them on tours, we talk about the venues, they're ready to go. They go either up to the mountains, or somebody went yesterday to see skating, so it's nice because we can talk about the different events, and I meet them coming really from all over the world, from Sweden, from the States, from all over, and this is very beautiful.
What is your favorite group of guests to take on a tour? From what country? Which ones do you think do you personally enjoy the most, and why?
Well, now it seems that I'm giving you the answer because I'm here in BC, but no. It is indeed a guest from the United States.
And what is it? What is it?
I don't know. There is an enthusiasm that I hardly see with other people. Just it is, and it's somehow easy. They see the cathedral, they're in love with it straight away. We enter the Last Supper, and they have no words. They're speechless. There is something so I don't know. It's like taking a kid in a candy shop.
Yeah, it's emotional.
Yeah.
You must love your job.
I do.
Yes, yes. You get to tell the story of your home country.
Indeed, and it's such a great opportunity for me to show what I love, first of all, and share it with whoever is interested.
Yeah, well, you do it well. Alessandro Peno, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Grazie.
We explored one of the most popular wine regions in Italy, where they're pouring delicious varieties of vino. To Tuscany we go on Beyond the Podium next. Italians love their wine. It is a big part of the dining experience here. Scott Swan and Steve Rhodes from our Indianapolis station now take us to one of Italy's most famous wine regions.
As the morning sun awakens the hill town of San Gimignano, it also reveals the Tuscan countryside and the vineyards that have shaped the taste of this region for centuries. Wines from here are coveted around the world. Many still crafted on small family farms.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fattoria San Donato. My name is Umberto, family name Fancy.
Umberto's family bought this farm in 1932 and has been here ever since.
We are producing Vernaccia, that is the typical grape and wine from this area.
Vernaccia di San Gimignano. This is a unique wine that can be produced only in San Gimignano and makes us very proud.
So this is where the magic happens.
Yes, this is where the magic happens.
Umberto's wine is stored and bottled on his farm. Some of his wines are named after his 3 daughters.
Vernaccia selection dedicated to our first daughter, Angelica. Then we have the Riserva dedicated to the second daughter, Benedetta. We have a selection of the Chianti dedicated to the third daughter, Fiamma.
And there's also a wine named after his wife.
And of course, it's the one I love the most, wife and wine. Of course, you have to drink in the proper way, not too much. But a nice glass while you're having food, I think, is perfect.
Wine tastings include local meats and cheese.
The bruschetta, gold. You have the saffron, gold. And then you have the Vernaccia, gold as well. So they are the treasure of San Gimignano.
Exploring Tuscany is a wine lover's dream.
Let's pour the wine.
Beyond the bottle are stunning views and a rich history.
Smell.
A story of generations of winemakers.
Let's swirl.
Creating bottles of wine for people all over the world.
And then, simple.
Wine is like an excuse or a way for people to say, let's stop thinking about any problem, any trouble, just sit here and just enjoy the moment.
Yes, so cheers.
Cheers.
If you think Mardi Gras is colorful, wait until you see this. One of the most famous festivals in the world is now underway in Venice. It is unlike any other. It is a fairy tale scene. Our Jake Wittenberg and Chris Egan from Seattle take us to Venice.
When we came to Europe and to Italy, we knew we were going to celebrate the Olympics in Milan and Cortina.
Yeah, and we spent a lot of time, Jake, indoors, hockey venues, speed skating venues, but on this day we are in beautiful Venice, and the Venetians, they are embracing the Olympics. You're catching Venice, Italy, on one of the busiest days of the year, the heart of Carnival.
Venice is history.
The celebration is grand. You feel like you're taking a step back in time. This Venetian tradition transforms this iconic city on the water into a display of intricate craftsmanship and culture. And it's more than just a costume party. In 2026, it's a celebration of the Olympics in nearby Milan Cortina.
It's just incredible, isn't it? The atmosphere is really nice. Everywhere you walk, there's music. I love just turning a corner and seeing somebody in costume. I mean, how wonderful is that?
I am in St. Mark's Square here in the heart of Venice. This is the lowest lying area of this incredible water-based city, and because it's also high tide, this area floods this much. It always does. This year the show is a nod to the Winter Games, complete with the Olympic flame and the traditional Olympic rings overhead. On this Olympic Sunday, the iconic St. Mark's Square has been transformed into a theatrical arena for a show titled Olympus, the Origins of the Game. Today, Greek gods, Zeus, are the celebrities.
Theatre's something that makes communities and joins people together.
In 2026, the Olympics are woven into the very fabric of this annual Italian festival. A world-class celebration with the world watching. Just like in the Olympic Games, Chris, you never know what you're going to see.
And the big question, will we see more gold medals for Team USA? Just a few events to go here in these Winter Olympics.
For now, from Venice, Italy, back to you.
There's a spot in Milan City Center where thousands gather every day to wish for a little luck, and it's no bull. We'll explain next. If you're walking around Milan, you may notice these green fountains with running water. They're not only a piece of the city's rich history, they're also working drinking fountains. Italians call them Vetovella, or the Green Dragon, with the first one installed here back in 1880. So the water flows through the Vetovella. It's considered clean, filtered, and tested at the 586 Green Dragon fountains throughout the city of Milan. And if you forget a water bottle, don't worry. You can just close the stream with your finger, and then the water will shoot out of a hole on the top of the dragon's head, just like any old regular water fountain. When it comes to luck, there's a place here in the heart of Milan City Center where thousands of people come, all to make their wishes come true. Denver's Matt Renew has the story that is no bull.
In the heart of Milan, inside the Galleria Mall.
This is one of the things that the most of the people come for here in the Galleria.
Among all the people shopping are some taking a few minutes to dig in their heels and spin around right in the middle of this mall's marble floor.
I don't know if you noticed, but there are people for sure spinning right over there.
Something Milan resident Alessandro Panini says is part of a long Italian tradition that people have been doing for decades.
Ever since they opened the Galleria, it became so very popular, and it's a long time tradition indeed.
All for luck right on top of the coat of arms for the city of Torino,
which, by the way, hosted the Olympic Games a few years ago.
Putting their heels in a very specific spot on the bowl.
Really because of a very specific part of the bowl that they're spinning on, which in Italy we say is good luck.
Then spinning 3 times, thinking of what they want most. And now, after tens of thousands of heels spinning for more than 100 years, there's a hole in the bowl.
Well, now we have a hole.
But Alessandro says there's also no doubt countless wishes have been granted, and that's no bull.
You never know. Anything can help.
And that's a wrap of this edition of Beyond the Podium from the 2026 Winter Olympics. I'm Anne-Marie Tiernan, and thank you for watching.
Beyond the Podium, sponsored by Community Health Network MD Anderson Cancer Center.